Zentangle is basically an abstract design where we use patterns, and there is no actual any meaning when we are drawing Zentangles. It's just a very meditative art form. So in today's workshop, we are going to draw Zentangle tile. Generally, Zentangles are done in tiles and they're done in square formats, 3.5 to 4-inch squares. So it doesn't matter if you don't have a square paper with you. You can just use your normal page, whatever you have, and we will draw a square and we will be drawing inside that. So for this workshop, all that we require is any paper that you have. We need a ruler, we need a pencil, we need a razor, and any pen whichever you have you can use. Okay, so first what we're going to do is we are going to make a square and we're going to design in that square. So take your pencil, please do not draw it with your marker because in the end we are going to erase this square. So I am drawing a 11 centimeter square. So if you want to do the same, you can do that as well, or you can draw a bigger one, a smaller one, up to your page size. So just keep it light. Please do not draw it with a pen because we are not going to have the marker with the pen. Like, we're going to use the marker now directly. So if once you're done drawing this square, get your pen, keep everything ready. I hope you all are on the same page as me and I'm not going too fast. Now what I want you to do is, with your ruler and your pencil, I want you to divide this square. Okay, so now take the center of your square and divide it into half with a line. Okay, I have divided this whole square into half. Now what I'm going to do is take the center of this line and the center of this line and draw a triangle over here, again with the pencil. Okay, and the same one we're going to make over here. So now if you see, I have divided my whole square into 1, 2, 3 and 4 different parts. What does this mean? We are going to do 4 different designs over here. Okay, so I am going to start with the topmost triangle. Keep your ruler and your pencil aside. Now we do not need that. Generally, Zentangles are done directly with your marker, with your pen, and not with the pencil first. So what we are going to do is, from the center of this square over here, the point over here, we are going to do this. First, watch me. You see how I have made this shape? It's like a teardrop, a raindrop. Alright, so I have drawn one like this over here. In the center, draw a line with 2 dots. Okay, and from here we take another one over here, and same way inside do the line and 2 dots. From the middle part of these two, we're going to go upwards and draw one more, and next to it we'll have one more. If you're making a mistake, it's absolutely fine. It's an abstract design and it's not supposed to be symmetrical, so don't worry. Now the center of these two, we're going to draw one more on top over here. Now how we've made this, the same way we are going to fill this whole triangle, and it can be in any direction as you wish. So now I am going to start from here, and I'm just going to make one here. I'm going to go on the opposite side, have 2 on top. Okay, it can be in any direction, any size. Same way, I am going to go to the next part over here and make a similar one. It can go slightly in this part, it's fine, that's not an issue, because in the end we're going to merge all the designs, so it's absolutely okay. You see how I'm doing some big, some small. They can be of all different sizes. If you want to keep them in the same size, it's okay. There will be some spaces in the middle. Don't fill that right now because we're going to fill that with something else. All right. Now this can go slightly outside the squared line. Like I said, we're going to erase these pencil marks, so it's okay. In the end, we're going to get the shape of a square, so it's fine. So basically, I'm making two, and then from that in the middle, I'm making more. So now I'm done with my bottom part. Now I want to go upwards. So you can like say from now this one over here, I'm going to start a new one. I'm gonna give you a few seconds for y'all to finish this part because I'm done with it. I'm going to tell you how you're going to fill in the spaces. Once we're done with this, there are some spaces over, you can see in my book over here, here, over here, here, and some over here which we wanted to finish. We want to do the finishing of this. So what are we going to do is we're going to draw pebbles. So pebbles is a tangle in Zentangle. So what we're going to do is do circles, small ones. And if there is like, see now I've done 2 circles here and there's a very tiny space over here. So you don't need to fill that with the circle, you just have to color it. Okay, then maybe some big, some small, you can have them in different sizes. Pebbles are never in one size, right? So over here, see, over here I have a very little space. So I made a very small circle and now I've colored the rest of the things. I want a slight base over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some circles here. And then continue. Now I'm done with my bottom part. I am going to fill in the inner part. So you see I just did one circle and then I've colored the rest. So you see how you're doing it in your paper. You need to mold your design accordingly with the kind of space you have. You do not need to be in a hurry because we are doing directly with a marker, so you can be slow and neatly just finish the design. So you see I'm just adding some pebbles wherever I find the space, and I'm done with my top triangle. So we have done with our first pattern. I'm going to give you all a few seconds to finish yours. And next we are going to fill this part, the part which is right below the pattern that you made on top. Now for this one, it's slightly tricky So just pay attention. What you're going to do is get your pencil, get your ruler, and with very light lines. What I want you to do is, I just want you all to make lines. However you are going to make the lines, first watch that. I'm going to draw these slanting lines over here, only in this part, okay? I'm done drawing my slanting lines here. I'm waiting for you all to finish as well. Now we want sleeping lines. So now leave some space in between, because we need to do the design in between these, right? Okay, so this is how it looks like. Now we've done slanting lines like this, and we've done sleeping lines like this. There is one more line that we are going to make. You can see in the slanting and sleeping there's an intersection over here. So we need one more line over there. So make sure you join all those dots. Take your time, it's okay. This could be slightly confusing for some. So I have done with my lines. I'm not sure if you all can see it. I'm going to just zoom in a little and show you. So you see, now what I can see is basically triangles everywhere. So you can see one straight triangle, and there is one ulta triangle. So that is the same way in this whole part. Now what we're going to do is do the design in each triangle. What we're going to do is, I'm going to start from the center so you all can just see, and then we're going to do the same thing across everywhere. We do not want to outline the line that we have made, okay? So just leave some tiny gap from the line slightly away and draw a very small semicircle kind of thing like this. I've drawn it slightly away from the line. I'm not touching it. So all the three sides we have to do the same thing. So again, okay, oh sorry, my pen. Okay, yeah, see here. This is 2. This is 3. And in the center, we are going to make a circle. What you have to do then, just join these lines and color the center part, the spaces which is there inside. So this way we are going to do across this whole part, this whole side of the square. So I'm going to do it again. Now see, I have done it down over here. I'm going to do the one which is on top. So this is how I'm going to do it. Okay, see again. I'm not touching the center of the line. Similarly, the other line. I have my 3 semicircles, and I have a circle in the center, and I'm just coloring. It's a slight color touch, and I'm done with this. So now do the same for the rest of the triangles that are there. I'm doing only this side to show you the outcome of what finally we are actually going to get. So this is the pattern we are finally getting towards the end. Okay, so the same way we are going to make everywhere. Take your time to make this. We are definitely not in a hurry. So when you start making some more, you see that each pattern is connecting to the other. Now you see I've come towards the end over here and it's merging with my design over there. Please do not overgo the pattern over here. Make it in such a way that it goes behind the pattern. So you know you maneuver your design accordingly. So you see how I've done? I've not gone over this pattern over here. I've just drawn around it. So same way over here, I have the pebble over here. So I'm just going to go halfway this way. Now for this side, I don't really have much space. I'm just going to give it a slight bump over here so that it looks like this part is under this. And now I have my circle over here. Your circles inside can be big, small, however you want them, depending on how much space you have in the middle and how big your square is. If you have stuck to the similar size as mine, which is 11 centimeters, then I think you'll be getting the same size as mine. You know, this part is taking some time, but towards the end it looks really beautiful. have just a few more triangles over here, and I hope we are on the same page. We are on the same speed. If I'm going too fast, I will wait for some time after I finish this. Once you get the you get the whole way of going around this, it just gets slightly faster with the pattern. Maybe the initial time it takes some time to figure out how to go about it, which way do we go use it, but once you do it, then you just get used to it. I'm on the last line now. Okay, with this I am done with my pattern, and this is how the whole thing looks like. This is how it looks like. Now we've done with the top triangle, we've done with the one bottom of it. Now the triangle that we have made over here, this is what we're gonna design last. Now we're gonna take the bigger part over here, because I'm gonna show you what we're gonna be doing. All right, so from the bottom over here, we you know how we have the rhino horns, that's what we are going to do. Okay, so the tiger tooth, if you are aware of how it goes, like this, that's what we are going to make all of over here. So now I have done this, I have closed it over here, just slightly curve it,
we do not want a straight line of sorts over here, right? So we'll do slight curving over here. Now from this part, I am going to take my second one up here. Now you can see the space that is there between two, so that's we are going to color. So you will get this space in a lot of places around over here when we are doing this, so all those spaces need to be colored. Now we've drawn two of this. The third one, takes the center from here and go this way towards your triangle line, okay, because we also have to set the base over here, right? So from the center over here, this can go in any direction however you want. So you see how I have, they are all three in different directions. These two are going upwards and this one is going this side. So this can go in any direction however you want it to, however you are comfortable with. So now I have done this here. Now from the center of this, I am going to go upwards. They can be big, they can be small, however you like. Now from here, I am going to go the opposite side. So now there is some space here. I'm going to color it. Now from here, I'm going to go downwards. So now you do not need to follow the same direction I'm going. If you want to, go to finish upwards first, but basically make sure they're all connecting one together. So now from here, I am going to go down over here so that I have my base again. Now from here, the center, I'm going to go up, but then this is also there in the middle. So what we're going to do is, please do not go over it. Just, I drew one line here, continue this side, and we go back here, and this I colored. So what does this show? It shows that this one is behind both of this. That's what we are indicating over here. So same way, that's how you're going to do this whole part. Alright, so when you start from the middle of these and then go accordingly. Get your curves correctly, then it'll look very nice and neat. Now from here, I'm going to do something different. All right, so if you want to just see this, I'm going down and slightly outside the circle, the square, to give it so that it goes in all direction. And from here, I'm going to go upwards again, like it's going from behind it. And this space I'm going to color. So with this, I've set my base, and now same way I'm going to continue and fill this whole thing. So that's what you need to do as well. I'm going slow so that if you are doing the same thing that I am, you can just copy the directions. It's pretty simple. It's just like making horns. Now you see this over here, there's some space here and here as well. So what I'm going to do is from here, I'm going the other way, like my horn is going this side. So I have closed this part over here and I'm coloring it now. The sizes can vary, they can be big, they can be small, however you want them to be. When you reach your corners of your line, make sure you go slightly outside. Don't just stop at where the line is. You can go slightly outside. I'm almost finishing this pattern. I hope you guys are also done with it. Now here I'm going to give you all two options, or you all can leave it as it is. You see what you all are comfortable with. Once you finish this, I'll show you. And with that, I finish this pattern as well. Now you can leave it as it is if you think it's looking nice, and already we have a lot of detailing in this side, so you want to give it some open space over here. We can leave it as it is. Or what you can do is take your pencil and you can maybe shade each and every horn over here. So maybe give it so that it just something like this. Just give it a shade to give it like a 3D effect in each, just one side of your you can either shade or you can stipple in each. It's up to you. Stippling is basically dots, so you can do dots in such a way that you're going too many over here, and then you go you scatter outside. So you can either do that or you can shade like this. So I am going with shading. If you want to go with stipple, you can. And shade only half of it, okay? So it's more like a reflection of light. And never shade with your pencil, holding a pencil like this. You're not going to get this effect. Always keep it this way and you shade. and I'm done with the shading as well. So with this, we are done with 3/4 of the square, and the small triangle over here is a very simple design. And what we need to do is just watch, okay? So what we're gonna do is, it's basically, draw a square like this, a bigger one outside, and 3. We've done 3 of this, and we're just going to color the one which is the tiniest and the smallest one inside. Now this is what we are going to do everywhere, okay? So again, take the center from here. So we have the small one, we have 2, and we have 3. You can go in different directions, it's okay. It's that easy. Make sure they're slightly small, so it looks slightly compact and a little more detailed than the bigger ones. So when you actually finish the whole artwork and when you look at it afar, the effect of it is very different, and it looks very nice with intricate details. So it's always advisable to have the patterns made in like very compact and small ones. It's okay even if it takes time, that's fine. We want a good effect of it at the end of it, right? And with this, we finish the Zentangle tile, and this is how it looks. Once you finish the whole thing, maybe on top or bottom, wherever you want, just sign it off. I'm going to sign mine over here with Zentangle. I really love Zentangle tiles and patterns. They really calm me down, and I really love the way it looks, the effect of it. And I'm going to show you how the final design looks like. I hope yours has also turned out the same like mine. I would love to see them. So once we finish this live, please do tag me, send it to me, share it with me. I would love to see it, and I'm going to post it on my story as well. Thank you so much, and I really enjoyed drawing with all of you, and I will see you again in my next workshop. But for now, I will see you on Saturday.